to tune into that breath, try to level out each inhale and exhale. So aiming for that 3 to 5 second range, whatever's comfortable for you, but trying to match each inhale with the exhale. Nice, steady and even breath. As you continue to shift your focus inward, begin to constrict your breathing, closing off your mouth, creating some inner heat and this oceanic sound at the back of your throat, your ujjayi breath. With your next inhale, plant the palms of your hands softly down on the mat as you extend your legs long. With your next breath in, bring the right knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze and start to circle it out. Making sure to change directions with those circles. Closing it off. Your next breath in, taking your left fingertips, placing them on the outer edge of your right knee. As you exhale, bring that right knee up and over the left leg. Extend those right fingertips out long, looking your gaze up and over your right shoulder towards your fingertips. Supine spinal twist. Option to stay here with this twist, or if you want to deepen a bind, take a bend in your left knee, bring that left heel towards your glute, with your right hand reaching down for your left foot, creating a little cat tail here, opening up your left quad and left hip flexor. Do your best to keep both shoulders pinned down on the mat. Hips are stacked on top of each other. If you're able to take that cat-tail bend, slowly release the grip on your left foot, send the left leg long. Bring that right knee back into your chest. As you exhale, send that right leg long down to meet the left. Your next breath in, bring that left knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze and start to circle it out. Changing directions with those circles. Your next breath in, right fingertips to the outer edge of your left knee. Left fingertips go long. As you exhale, twisting over. Left knee goes over that right leg. Gaze goes out over your left shoulder now towards those left fingertips. Reconnecting with your breath here. An option to reach for that cattail. Take a bend in your right knee this time. Left hand reaches down for your right foot. Opening up that right hip flexor, right leg. Your next breath in, gently release the bind with your right foot if you got it. Bring that left knee back into your chest. Give it another squeeze before you send it long to meet the right. Your next inhale, take a bend in both knees, bringing your heels as close to your sacrum as possible. As you exhale, send the hips high. Palms rest softly on the mat, fingers reach towards your heels. Take a gentle tuck in the chin. As you exhale, kick the right leg long for a single leg bridge. Really press through that left heel to raise the hips up off the mat. Shoulders are squeezed down your back, away from your ears. Slowly lower that right foot down to meet the left. Gentle tuck in the chin, elongate the spine. As you exhale, kick that left heel long. Single leg bridge on the opposite side. Really press through that right heel, send the hips up high. Slowly lower that left heel down to meet the right. Now here, if you've got your foam roller or block handy, we're gonna reach for that between the palms of your hands, squeeze the block together. So you inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, kick that right heel out, single leg bridge with your arms engaged up overhead, floating about an inch off the ground. Core is engaged here, obviously, pressing through that left heel, activating that left glute to keep your hips lifted. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower that right heel down to meet the left. Keeping that engagement with the block between the palms of your hands. Inhale, stretch the fingertips long. As you exhale, kick that left heel out. Reconnect with that Ujjayi breath here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Set the block or that foam roller off to the side. Hands come to rest, back down, fingers pointing towards your heels, staying engaged with this bridge. With your next breath, slowly walk your feet out, just a couple inches, a little bit further away from your sacrum, from your glutes. Pressing through, activating those hamstrings, activating the glutes. Stay engaged through the core. Activate that pelvic floor. Imagine you've got to go to the bathroom really bad and you're trying to hold it in. Your next breath, try and step your feet just another inch or two further away. Pressing down through the heels, sending your hips up towards the sky. Start to feel that burn in your hamstrings, in your glutes. Next breath, take one last step towards the bottom of your mat, holding strong, sending the hips up as high as they can go. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower down. Legs go long. Arms come up overhead. Stretch those fingertips long. Press the toes down away. Nice good morning stretch here. With your next inhale, bring both knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Start to rock gently side to side. Maybe you want to circle it out, massaging the lower back just a little bit, showing it some love. Your next inhale, take a cross in the ankles as you gently start to rock forward and backwards along your spine. Eventually make your way up to a tabletop position. Hands and knees are shoulder width distance apart. Tops of the feet rest softly on the mat. With your next breath in, slowly lower your navel down towards the earth as you rise your chin forward, shining your heart, Shoulders pinned down your back, away from your ears. Exhale, pressing down through all 10 fingertips, arching your back, dropping your forehead towards the earth for your cat. Inhale, lower that belly. Shine the heart forward for your cow. Exhale, pressing through for your cat. Tuck that pelvis underneath you. Imagine you got a little tail. Inhale, shine the heart forward. Opening your chest. Exhale, pressing through, tucking the pelvis. Arching the back. One more time through. Inhale, up for your cow. Exhale, press down and through for your cat. Coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to take a gentle variation here with that. I believe we've done this before. With your inhale, we want to create a little mule kick, so we're going to start with the right leg. On your inhale, press that right heel up towards the sky as you open your heart forward. Exhale, point your toes, sweep the knee through as you press through your palms, arching the back, crunching down. Inhale, take a little mule kick back. Exhale, sweep that right knee through, crunch it down. 3 more here. Inhale. Exhale, crunch it through. Last 2 on this side. Exhale, sweep that leg through. Inhale, right heel goes high. Exhale, sweep that knee through. Bring the right knee down to meet the left. Nice deep breath in, send that left heel high. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, sweep the left knee through, point the toes, crunch it down. Inhale, left heel goes high. Exhale, sweep it through, pressing through the palms. 3 more. Inhale, left heel goes high. Exhale, sweep it through. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale that heel high. Exhale, sweep it through. Bring that left heel down to meet the right, or left knee, sorry, to meet the right. Again, coming up to a kneeling position, your hero pose, sitting back on the tops of your heels, or whatever's comfortable, reaching for that foam roller or the block. And here we're gonna place the block in between your forearms, okay? So creating a little bit more shoulder activation, we're gonna go into a little plank and core series, but we wanna get a nice reminder here to keep that upper body engaged. So as pin that block or that foam roller between your forearms, planting your hands on the mat in front of you. Your next inhale, step your feet, tippy toes back, pressing down through all 10 fingers, shoving that mat away from your body. Your next inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, take your right knee across the body to your opposite elbow. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, switch left knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, step back. Exhale, right knee. Left knee. Right knee. Start to speed it up here. Building a little bit of pace. Your breath is going to change to match the speed. Eventually, really start to step it up, get the heart rate going. Keep that engagement through the forearms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back. Downward facing dog. Gently walk it out from side to side. Your next inhale, step your toes back, returning to that high plank. Sticking with just the right leg this time. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Right knee comes up to right elbow. Inhale, step that right foot back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. 3 more here. Inhale, step that foot back. Exhale, sweep the right knee to right elbow. 2 more. Last one, we're gonna hold at the top and then step that right foot to the outer right edge of the mat. Lower that left knee down, untuck the left toes. You can place that block on the mat just in front of you. Resting all 10 fingertips on the mat. Your inhale, shine your heart forward. Exhale, with the support of your foam roller, your block, see if you can come down a little deeper into this lizard lunge onto your forearms. Try and keep that right knee tucked in towards your right shoulder. Lunging forward, opening up your left hip flexor. Keep a gentle raise in your head, allowing for a nice flat back. Your next inhale, come up to the palms of your hands. Set that block just in front of your mat. Plant your left hand down as you exhale, spiral open towards your right side. Right fingertips go up towards the sky. Twisted lizard here. Again, option to stay here with the right fingertips high, or with your next breath in, reach those right fingertips back. Take a bend in your left knee, reaching for that left foot. Looking your gaze over your right shoulder towards those right toes. Oh, that's the left, sorry, that's your left foot. Right hand, left foot. Looking over that right shoulder. Your next inhale, release that hold on your left foot. As you exhale, spiral that right hand back around to meet your left. Your next inhale, untuck your left toes, raise that left knee off the mat. As you exhale, step the right foot back, high plank. We'll leave that block where it's at right now. With your next inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, step that left foot back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Step that back with your inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. 2 more here. Don't lose that form in your plank. Last one, we're gonna pause at the top. Step that left foot to the outer left edge of your mat. Slowly lower down the right knee. Untuck the right toes. Pressing down through the palms, shining your heart forward. Again, perfectly okay to stay here with a nice tall spine. But if it's accessible to you, with or without the use of support, coming down to forearms, deepening that low lizard lunge. Do the best to tuck that left knee in towards your left shoulder. Your next inhale, set that blocker, that foam roller to the side, coming up to the palms of your hands. Plant down through the right fingertips as you exhale, twisting open to the left. Left fingertips go high. Option to stay here or deepen this twist. With your inhale, reach those left fingertips back. Take a bend in the right leg, right knee. Reaching for that right foot. Opening up your right quad. One more breath wherever you find yourself. With your next inhale, release the grip on the foot if you have it. Exhale, spiral those left fingertips around, resting them softly on the mat. Inhale, untuck your right toes, raise that right knee up off the mat. As you exhale, step the left foot back, returning to high plank. With your next inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, lowering down halfway for your chaturanga. Inhale, untuck the toes, shine your heart forward, keeping the thighs and the knees off the mat as you press through the tops of the feet. Exhale, send the hips high, engage the core, downward facing dog. Working through all 10 fingers to send your chest back towards your thighs. Spiral those elbows in towards the midline as you press your weight back, trying to get those heels as close to the earth as you can. Your next inhale, slowly walk your feet up behind your wrists. As you exhale, fold forward. Let gravity and the weight of your head open up your lumbar spine. Taking a gentle bend in the knees if you have any hamstring mobility issues. Option here to grab for opposite elbows as you sway from side to side, letting the weight of your head and upper body just propel you forward. Your next inhale, plant the hands on the mat as you heel toe your feet out just wider than your shoulders. Your next inhale, take a gentle bend in that right knee. Your right elbow comes to the inner edge of your right knee as you shift your weight over your left leg, grabbing for your left ankle to pull you forward, deepening this forward fold over the left knee. Reconnecting with your breath, trying to deepen this fold with each exhale. Your next inhale, shift your weight back to center. Gently straighten out that right knee as much as you can. Taking a deeper bend in the left knee as your left elbow comes to the inner edge of that left knee. Reaching with both hands for that right ankle to pull you into a fold, right knee towards your nose. Your next inhale, shift your weight forward, plant the hands as you heel toe your feet back together. Your next breath in, pressing the palms of your hands into your shins, nice flat back for a halfway lift. Exhale, release down, forward fold. Inhale, plant through all four corners of your feet. As you exhale, root to rise, coming all the way up for mountain pose. Arms overhead. Your next inhale, reach tall. As you exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, plant your hands, step your feet back for high plank. As you exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Seeing if you can find new depth in this down dog. It's the third time we're here today. Opening up those hamstrings. See if you can grow just a little bit more. Your next inhale, slowly walk your feet forward. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale for a halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to standing. Mountain pose. Inhale, reach high. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, folding all the way down. Inhale, plant your hands, step your feet back for high plank. As you exhale, slowly lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. One more time through this sun salutation. So with your inhale, step yourself forward. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to standing. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, plant your hands, step the feet back. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Your next inhale, shift your weight forward back to your high plank. As you exhale, lower down to your elbows for a low plank. Keeping the same engagement here, or similar engagement as you do with your high plank. So we're pressing through elbows and forearms. Drop the butt a little bit. Try and keep a nice flat back, nice straight line from your heels to the crown of your head. Shoulders are pinned against your ribs and down away from your ears. With your next inhale, slowly walk your feet forward while keeping your forearms on the mat. So a slight variation in your downward dog, engaging the upper body. It's called dolphin pose. Trying to press yourself away from the mat, keeping your head lifted, walking your feet as close to your elbows as you can get. Start to shake. As you exhale, come down to the knees, send them out wide, hips go back. Child's pose. Stretch the fingertips out long. Press through all 10 fingers as you send your hips back towards your heels. Take a couple open mouth exhales here, releasing any heat. Shake the head yes or no. Release any tension in your jaw, your forehead, maybe your shoulders and neck. Your next inhale, shift your weight forward, coming back to those forearms. As you exhale, step the feet back for a low plank. Staying engaged here. Your next inhale, walk those feet forward. Drop the head. Raise the hips, press your shoulders down towards the mat as you send your body up. Staying here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release down, child's pose. Might have to shift yourself back just a little bit on the mat. And really pressing through all 10 fingers to send your hips back towards your heels. One more time through here. So inhale, shift forward to your forearms. As you exhale, step the feet back, low plank. Stay here for a couple breaths. Trying to keep that nice straight spine. Press the mat away. Your next inhale, walk those feet forward, bringing the hips up high, pressing the mat away with your forearms and elbows. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to child's pose. Open mouth exhale, let it all go. Your next inhale, come up to a tabletop position. As you exhale, step the feet back, high plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, slowly lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Your next inhale, sweep the right leg high. As you exhale, bringing your right knee towards your right wrist, your right ankle to your left wrist. So a half pigeon. Going to slowly lower down that left knee, untuck the left toes. Trying to get that right leg as perpendicular as you can. It's okay if it's not. Squaring the hips towards the front of your mat. So we're driving that right hip back and the left hip is driving forward. Option to use that foam roller underneath the right hip for a little bit of support. We'll walk you through some variations as we try and surrender into this pose. Perfectly acceptable to stay here, shining your heart forward up on your palms and fingertips. But if you want to try and challenge yourself, using support or not, your next breath, slowly lower down to your forearms. Checking in with your hips, making sure that right hip drives back and that left hip comes forward. Creates a little bit more space to potentially surrender all the way down. Forehead comes to the mat or a blocker foam roller. Reconnecting with your breath. Wherever you find yourself, on your next inhale, we'll meet at a nice tall spine up on all 10 fingers. Your next inhale, tuck the left toes, raise that left knee. As you exhale, three-legged down dog, send that right leg high. Start to circle out that right hip. And gently rest the right toes down on the mat. Your next inhale, left leg goes high. As you exhale, sweep that left knee to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist. Half pigeon opposite side. So untuck the right toes, lower that right knee, using your hands to position that left leg wherever it's comfortable. Start with a nice tall spine. Deep breath in. And only if it's accessible to you. As you exhale, lowering down to forearms first. Noticing any differences between your right and left side. Option to come down, completely surrendering into this half pigeon. Keeping those hips square as you drive the left hip back this time and the right hip comes forward. Letting go of any tension in your neck and shoulders, maybe your jaw or forehead. Your next breath in, we'll meet back on our fingertips. Untuck the right toes, raise the right knee as you press back for a three-legged down dog. Left leg goes high. Start to circle out that left hip. Slowly lower those left toes down. Your next inhale, shift your weight forward to a high plank. As you exhale, lower all the way down to your stomach. Fingertips go out in front of your body, just towards the edge of the top edge of your mat. Elbows are tucked in nice and tight to your ribs. Tops of the feet rest softly on the mat. You inhale, press down through the tops of the feet, engage the quads and raise the kneecaps off the mat. As you exhale, take a gentle lift in the head, Sphinx pose. So very light pressure to no pressure in the palms of your hands. You can float the fingertips gently, activating that posterior chain, keeping engaged through the quads, raising the knees up off the mat. Exhale, lower down, forehead comes to the earth. Hands reach back to your side body. So you interlace your fingers behind your sacrum. Take a deep breath in as you send that fist away from your shoulders, down towards your heels. Exhale, pressing through the tops of the feet, taking a gentle lift through the chest. Knees are off the mat, quads are engaged. Sending that fist down towards your heels. Opening up your chest. Your gaze is just over the top of the mat, so we're not straining our neck too much. As you exhale, slowly lower down. Couple open mouth exhales here. Your next inhale, plant the palms of the hands along your ribs. As you exhale, press the hips up, tabletop position. Sweep the legs around, come to a seated position. Legs go out long in front of you. Inhale, arms come up overhead. As you exhale, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Keeping that core engaged, pelvic floor engaged. Eventually making your way down to a supine position. Your next inhale, bring both knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side. Inhale, bottoms of the feet go up towards the sky. As you exhale, reach for the outer or inner edge of the feet, pulling your knees down towards the earth for happy baby. Again, trying to keep your sacrum pinned on the ground. A gentle tuck with your chin to elongate your cervical spine. So you're stretching your spine at either end, elongating from top to bottom. Don't lose that engagement with your feet, pulling them down towards the mat. Knees come into the armpit area. Your next inhale, gently release the grasp on your feet as you plant them softly on the mat. Your next inhale, big toes and heels come to touch. As you exhale, send the knees out wide, pressing the heels and the balls of your feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle. So here we still want to maintain that nice flat back, that core engagement. So imagine your belly buttons sinking through your abdomen down towards the mat. We're pressing the heels and the balls of the feet together, sending the knees down towards the mat. Engage the pelvic floor. So we're activating that whole lower extremity, that core. Your knees are pressing towards the mat. Nice flat back, pelvic floor is engaged. Pressing the heels and the bottoms of the feet. Your next breath in, Taking your pointer finger and your thumb up overhead, pressing those two fingers together, creating a diamond shape with your fingers, your arms, and your legs. It's a triple diamond here. Actively engaged by pressing those shoulders into the mat, down away from your ears, pressing the forefingers and the thumbs together. Don't lose the engagement in your lower extremity here, in your core and your pelvic floor. It's a total body activation. Staying with this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly release, letting it all go. Option to stay here in this triple diamond shape for your Shavasana today, or anyone with low back, maybe adductor issues, you can send your legs long and take a traditional corpse pose. Start to let your breath return to normal. Allowing your body to find that stillness. Only if you're ready, start to bring some gentle movements back into your body, starting with the toes and the fingers, and letting that movement grow. Your wrists, your ankles, take a bend in the knees, let them sway side to side. Slowly making your way into a fetal position, picking whatever side is comfortable for you. Pausing here for a breath or two. As you gently make your way up into a comfortable seated position. Taking time, taking a moment to reconnect with that intention for your practice and your day. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing up and giving the effort. Namaste.